Hi, hello, welcome to today's video. I thought we'd do a little all things bookish, cozy little vlog. I just thought anything bookish that I do this week, I'd bring you along and we'd do it together. I thought that would be cute, that would be fun. And I'm about to start reading some books that aren't going to be part of a reading vlog. So I thought we might read them together, talk about them. And also I really want to journal and do some book aesthetic pages. And we might end up going book shopping at some point. Who knows? But yeah, I just thought I'd bring you along for the week and just film anything bookish related that I end up doing. I'm absolutely loving this. I get the hype. I get the hype with Abby Jimenez's books. The dialogue between these two is so good. Literally so good, and you can just feel the connection right from the second they meet. And I've just been loving it. I've been loving it. I thought I'd just do a little reading update on Part of Your World because I finished reading it last night and I've actually already moved on to my next read, which I will talk about in a minute. But I thought we could also open one of these because I think there's a prompt in here that really fits well with Part of Your World. First of all, let's talk about the book. I loved this. I absolutely loved it, and I'm so surprised because there are so many tropes in here that usually aren't my cup of tea, and I don't usually absolutely love them in a book, but they worked so well and I literally loved it. I loved it. I absolutely love their whole dialogue, their banter, their connection right from literally the first chapter. I love how they get on. I think it reads really well. I think it just flows so naturally and it just feels real and like a genuine conversation between two real people, which is something that I absolutely love. I think the third act conflict in this worked so well. It honestly seemed like a dilemma or an argument that would actually happen, and it didn't seem like a third act conflict for the sake of having a third act conflict, which I feel like is the case for a lot of romance books. But this felt very real and realistic, and I was reading it thinking, yeah, I can see your dilemma and I honestly don't know what you're gonna do, hun. I was literally thinking the main girl Alexis in this, I was like, I don't know how you're gonna handle this. I genuinely don't know what you're gonna do, because the dilemma that they were in just worked and it made sense. And I just loved all the little inside jokes they had. I loved how they met. I just really liked it. I just really liked it, and I loved Brie, the best friend, and I feel like I related a lot to Brie at times, and I was so excited to find out that Yours Truly, which is the next one, follows Brie and her story, which I'm so excited for. I've also heard that there's really good representation of anxiety, and it's actually the male character in that book that deals with anxiety, I believe, so I'm really interested to see what that one's like, and I'm hoping it's going to be one that I really connect with. And I kid you not, I've literally not stopped thinking about this, all these two characters, just because I loved being in this world, and I'm sad that it's over. And I get the Abby Jimenez hype, I get it, because this literally just makes me want to read every single one of her books, and it's been a while since I felt like that about a standalone romance. I mean, I know it's a standalone interconnected series, but as a standalone, it was really good. It was really good. Now on to my little ultimate romance reading challenge. If this is the first video you're watching of me, or you don't know what this is basically a little romance challenge, and every single one of these has a book prompt on, and then inside it has a little prize that you can win. And I believe that there is one about reading a romance with a protagonist that is much older than I am, and Alexis in this was 37, so I thought we could open that little prize today if I can find it. Why can I not see it anywhere? Oh, it's here. I feel like I might know what this one is. But it says read a romance novel with a protagonist much older than you are. So let's open it up. It's a pencil. And it says love is a great beautifier. How cute. Okay, that's all for my little challenge. And then the next book that I'm reading is The Inmate by Freida McFadden, which has been one of my most anticipated reads on my whole TBR, because I absolutely love Freida McFadden's books, and I'm really interested in criminal psychology and just anything set in prisons or to do with criminals. I absolutely love reading about it, so I just feel like this is going to be right up my street, and I'm really excited to get into it. I'm only 24 pages in so far, but I feel like I'm gonna speed through this book, honestly. I also really want to at some point do a little journal page for Powerless by Lauren Roberts and just the aesthetic and the vibe of that book, because that whole series has honestly had such an impact on my reading this year, and I just feel like I really want to document it. This is my little scrapbook in case you haven't seen it before, and I just feel like with things that I'm interested in at the minute, or my goals, or book aesthetics of my favourite books. And recently I did a little album page for Gracie Abrams' newest album, which is The Secret of Us, and I just kind of did the aesthetic and wrote some lyrics, and I just love doing it. It's like a little collage scrapbook vibe. But I really want to do a double page spread for Powerless at some point. I might do that today or tomorrow. But I thought we could do that together because that's fun. Just printed off my Powerless pictures. I actually have quite a few of them, and then I just have a couple quotes on that one. I'm going to cut these out and do my little double page spread in my journal, which I'm really excited for. I've been wanting to do this for so long because I literally read Powerless at the start of the year, and ever since I finished it I want to do like an aesthetic Powerless vibe, sort of a double spread. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm also going to look through my stickers and see if there's any stickers that kind of match the vibe of the book. But first I'm just going to sit and cut all these out. I think I'm going to watch some YouTube, or maybe put Criminal Minds on or something. I feel like I haven't watched Criminal Minds in ages, but I'm going to check if there's anything to watch on YouTube first. I put the little purple highlights in it as well. I think it turned out pretty cute. The only things that didn't fit in, I have one picture here, and then I was going to use these as kind of like a background because I thought there'd actually be gaps in between these pictures, and I thought these would make kind of like a cute background for it, but I didn't actually need them because it literally takes over the whole 2 pages. But I feel like it's turned out okay. Kind of cute. I also found this, which I thought was so Payden and Kai coded. I love that. And we just have my little quotes that I printed off. And I really went for the kind of silver and purple vibe, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I actually found some stickers that would go so well for a Reckless double spread, so I really want to do that at some point as well. And I feel like that would definitely be kind of silver, black and red kind of vibe. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. I thought I'd do a little book haul because I've accumulated quite a few books recently, whether they've been sent to me or whether I've bought them myself. First of all, ignore all the book stacks behind me. I've been filming and I haven't tidied them away yet. But I really wanted to do a little book haul before I dealt with all that. I'm going to start with the books that were so kindly sent to me. First up, we have Lockdown by Maria Franklin. It's all that actually very kindly reached out to me and said that they wanted to send me their book. And honestly, when I read the synopsis for this, I was like, that's right up my street. It's giving very much a psychological thriller, and it's kind of giving me Freida McFadden vibes, and we know I absolutely love Freida McFadden. So this makes me really excited for this. I think it basically focuses on an abusive sort of relationship, and she's about to leave him, but then a national lockdown is announced and she's basically stuck inside the house with him, which is giving me eerie, creepy vibes already, and I'm really excited to give this a go and see what it's like. And then I got sent a package which I literally could not believe when I opened it. I could not believe it. And that package was sent by Poison Pen Press, and I genuinely cannot even believe that this is in my hands right now. But we have The Boyfriend by Freida McFadden. Like what? What? This is Freedom McFadden's newest book. This is an ARC copy, which I can't even believe what my life is. I genuinely can't. That's so surreal. That is so surreal, because if you know anything about me, you know I absolutely love Freedom McFadden's books. I love them. I rave about them. She's my favourite psychological thriller author, and I just absolutely adore her books. And to be sent an ARC of one of her books, I'm in disbelief, honestly, and I'm so, so grateful. This one comes out in October. I'm just really excited. I'm really excited. I can't wait. She's looking for the perfect man. He's looking for the perfect victim. Stop. Is he the man of your dreams or your worst nightmare? I'm obsessed already. I'm obsessed. Cannot wait for that. And then by Hodder and Stoughton, they kindly reached out and said that they had a Taylor and Travis inspired rom-com. And the minute that they said that, I was like, yes, absolutely, I need it. So we have Heavy Hitter, which I'm sorry. I'm obsessed already. I'm obsessed. This is also a really nice little short rom-com, and I can't wait to see what this one's like. This is a new author to me as well, and it's giving very much Taylor and Travis. When an athlete and a star fall in love, the world becomes obsessed. I mean, so he's a baseball player and she's a superstar with 4 chart-topping albums. And I love that it says on the front, it's the love story of your wildest dreams. Literally 2 Taylor Swift references on the front. That's going to be so interesting to read. And then I got sent the book that I'm currently reading right now. And again, I genuinely can't believe that this is in my hands, and it's in my hands literally a week early, which... like what? But I'm so grateful, and of course I had to read it right away. And that's Daydream by Hannah Grace. This was so kindly sent to me by The Works. Me and The Works are besties. I love them. I love them. And that place is literally like a second home to me. And this copy, look at those edges. Can we just... I'm only about 100 pages in so far, but I'm absolutely loving it. I'm loving Hallie and Henry. I'm currently filming a reading vlog reading this. So you'll see all my thoughts and feelings throughout that vlog, but I'm really loving it so far. And then moving on to the books that I either bought or that were so kindly bought for me. 2 of these were actually bought by my mum, and they've literally made my entire day, my entire week, my entire month, because these are 2 books that I really, really wanted, and I literally can't wait to read them. The first one is The Widow's Husband's Secret Lie. Why is that such a mouthful? I've literally never even stopped to read that full title. The Widow's Husband's Secret Lie. This is a satirical novella by Freedom McFadden. I kept seeing this all over Instagram because I think it's really new. I think it's her newest book. It doesn't have... why does it not have a date in? But I didn't realise that she actually does little novellas, and this is a satirical novella, so I'm so excited and I'm so intrigued to see what that one's like. And again, this is just going to be such a short little easy read, and like I said, I've been singing a lot about this recently, and I can't wait to read that when I'm in the mood for a little satirical novella. And then a couple of days ago, on the 21st of August, I actually celebrated it being 1 year of my TikTok account, which just feels so surreal to me because I genuinely can't believe I started that a year ago. And it's something that I've wanted to do for the longest time, and I finally decided to do it. And I set myself a goal for the year, and my goal for the year was 10k. And now having reached that year mark and being on 90k is... insane. That is insane, and I cannot even explain how grateful I am and how I'm literally in shock about it. I can't quite believe that this has all happened in a year, and it just makes me the happiest person in the world, and I'm genuinely so grateful to all of you. I just can't believe it. I literally can't believe it. Anyway, my mum got me a little balloon. She got me some cakes. It was the cutest thing ever, and it was just a nice thing because I didn't really expect anybody to kind of celebrate, and my mum went to all the effort to do that for me, and I just... makes me feel emotional. But she got me a really nice card as well, which I will actually show you. It says, "You're killing it," and then it says, "In a peaceful, non-violent, awesome way." How cute. And then she also bought me a book as a little present, and it's a book that I've been wanting to read for so long. I've wanted to read it since it came out in hardback, and I was just waiting for the paperback copy, and I saw the paperback the other day, but I couldn't really justify buy more books. And that's Good Material by Dolly Alderton. I'm so excited for this. The things that I've heard about this are basically is that it follows a breakup but from the male perspective, and I think it's about him kind of coming to terms with his ex-girlfriend's side of the story and trying to learn her side. It just sounds really, really interesting. And Dolly Alderton, I read Everything I Know About Love at the start of me getting into reading, and it was one of the books that actually got me into reading. I really, really liked that book and I really connected with it, and I haven't read any more of her books. I know she has one called Ghost out as well, and I think there's a follow-up to Everything I Know About Love, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think there is. But I haven't read either of them, and then when I heard about this one I was like, I need to read that. I need it. And I'm so happy that I've got a copy of it, and I genuinely can't wait to read another Dolly Alderton book. And I'm also absolutely obsessed with this cover. I love the sort of retro vibe that it has going on. I love it. So they're the two books that my mum has recently bought for me. Mum, if you're watching this, thank you so much. Love you. And then for 3 books that I bought myself recently. The first one I saw in Tesco for £4.50. And I was literally like, I need that, because I literally never see these books anywhere, and when I do they're always in like Waterstones, and I saw it in Tesco, £4.50, and I was like, I've got to get it. And that's a Freedom McFadden, and this one's The Perfect Son, which again, not heard that much about, but it's a Freedom McFadden that I don't have and that I haven't read yet, so I obviously had to get it. And at some point I would absolutely love to read all of Freedom McFadden's books. I feel like I'm slowly working my way through them, and like I said, I don't really see them very often in like the works. The works do actually have some, but I've read all the ones that they have in store. But I was so excited when I saw this in Tesco. I was so excited, and I just had to get it. I had to. This one about a high school girl that goes missing, and Erica's teenage son was the last person to see her alive. I'm here for this. And then recently I've been trying to hold off buying books because I really, really want to get through some of my TBR, and I'm so excited about some of the books that are on my TBR that I want to prioritise them. However, there were 2 books that are on my list at the minute of books that I don't have that are my only exceptions, and that's because they're both part of a series. And the first one is yours truly by Abby Jimenez. This is the second one in the Part of Your World series, and I really wanted to read Part of Your World first just to see if I got on with her writing style, and I did. I absolutely loved it, as you will have seen in this vlog, so I obviously had to get the second one. I had to do it. I had to. And this is the one that I've heard so much hype about the sort of anxiety representation, and it's also full of Brie, who's the best friend in the first one. And literally from just reading the first one I absolutely loved Brie, and when I found out that this was Brie's book I was like, I need it ASAP, and I'm definitely going to prioritise this. I'm probably going to read this within the next month, so I'm really glad that I have a copy. And then the last one is a book that I've been meaning to buy for a while now, and I thought it's finally time, and it's the 4th and final one in the series. Can you guess? Make your guesses now. We have Bad Blood by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I love this series. This is the 4th one in the Natural series, and I cannot wait to read this, but at the same time I'm putting it off because I literally don't want the series to end, and I'm kind of nervous going into this and how everything's going to be revealed, and yeah, I don't know. I want to know, but I also don't want to know at the same time. And this one was so thick when it arrived, and I was like, wow, that's quite a lot thicker than all the other books. But then I realised that it actually has a novella. The last 150 or so pages are a novella called 12, which I love. I love that they included it in this and that I don't have to go and buy that separately. That makes me really happy, and it was a nice little surprise. So the actual book itself is 370 pages, so I would say a normal size, and then we've got the little novella at the end, and I'm really excited but nervous for this one. And that's my little collective book haul. I recently got a book cart, which I don't think I've actually mentioned in this vlog, but I filmed a TikTok of me putting all my books on it and just seeing how I feel about it, because my books are literally all stacked up, as you will have seen in most of my videos, and I really didn't know how I'd feel about book cart because I do quite like how you can see the stacks go down as you read them, but I thought I'd live with it for a bit and just see whether I like it or not, and I'm actually kind of liking it. I'm kind of liking it. It's really satisfying to add new books to it. So I thought we would add my little haul to it together. This is my little book cart. I've kind of organised it, kind of not. And right now, there's actually only books on one half of the cart. You can actually double them up at the back here, but I didn't actually have enough books on my TBR, surprisingly, to have them double stacked. So I thought it just made sense to have them all at the front so that I could see them. But I actually think maybe with the new books, I might have to moved to the back as well. So they're kind of organised but kind of not. The top are the arcs or the books that I've been sent. I like having them all together so that I can prioritise these ones. And then the rest are mainly just books that I've bought. I do have a small row at the bottom of books that I got for Christmas and my birthday because I really want to read them by the end of the year, especially before this Christmas, because I feel like if they've been a year on my TBR, I'd like to kind of prioritise them. There's only about 6 books at the bottom here that are either from Christmas or my birthday, which I do want to get to before the end of the year. But other than that, it's all the books that I bought myself that I want to read. Let's start with the books that I've been sent. These ones are going to go on the top just because I like to prioritise them. I think this one is actually a bit taller. Yeah, so we're going to put this one. And then we have a little diddy one, which can go at the end. Wonderful. And then for the rest of these ones, so I think yours truly should definitely go with Just for the Summer. Can we fit that in there? Oh my god, that's perfect. Okay, we have 2 books left. Can we make them fit? I think we're gonna have to go on the back row, which is okay. But it means that there's literally only gonna be 2 books back there. But I feel like that's fine. I feel like I'm definitely gonna read Bad Blood soon, so that's not gonna stay there for very long. And then also, I want to prioritise Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. When those have been read, I won't have any on the back row. But from the front, she's looking full. Yay! Why does that look so much fuller than it was a second ago? I really need to tidy away all my other books and put them back in their stacks. So I think I'm gonna do that now, and I'll put a little time lapse of me doing it because I feel like they're so satisfying to watch. When I'm editing them, I'm always like, why is it so satisfying to watch all the books just go up? So I'm gonna do a little time lapse now. I'm gonna put some of Sabrina's new album on. I've listened to it once through so far, and my favourite at the minute is Sharpest Tool. I've been loving that song. I've been loving it. But the whole album is just such a vibe. Good morning. I'm about to go to Sainsbury's. Random, I know. But my mum was going and she asked me if I wanted to come with and go look at the books. And who am I to turn that down? Who am I to turn that down? So we're gonna go have a look at the books. I feel like I don't really go to Sainsbury's that often, so I'm hoping the book section is gonna be good. But I thought I'd bring you along with me, I'd do a bit of book shopping together and just see what there is. So let's go. Let's go. They have so many good books today, and I want them all. I want them. I want them. But I meant to be on a book buying that. Hello, I'm back from book shopping. I didn't actually get any books, which I feel like is showing good restraint. But I did find so many new ones that I've added to my book list of books that I want to get in the future at some point, which is really exciting because there's a lot of books that I saw that I was really interested in that I haven't actually seen on Book Talk or anybody talking about. They were just books that I found that I was like, that sounds really interesting. And I took a picture of all the ones that I really, really liked the look of, and I'm going to add them to the list of books that I want to pick up at some point. I did get some mini donuts for 50p that were in the bakery little sale section, so I would call that a win. But I'm actually going to end the vlog here. I've had such a fun time doing all the bookish things this week, and I just feel like we've had such a cosy little bookish time. I really, really hope that you enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I will hopefully see you in my next one.